Hey guys, this is Mac again for Strong Side Tactical. Today we're talking about our shotgun setup for 3-gun competition. We've already talked about our rifle and our handgun and our belt setup in a little bit of detail. Today we're going to talk about the shotgun and how we set up our gear belt for our shotgun. As you know, I've built this Mossberg 930 from scratch. It started out as a 930 turkey model, and I pretty much mirrored the JM Pro series of Mossberg shotguns when I built this shotgun. So let's look at it real briefly. I've added a Nordic Components extended charging handle. This makes manipulation really easy. It's got the standard stock on it. The safety's here. Very easy to depress with your thumb. Most importantly, you'll notice that I've added this Nordic Components +6 magazine extension. This makes it possible for me to get 10 shots in the magazine tube. You're going to need that if you're going to shoot 3-gun competition. It's got a Nordic Components barrel clamp here to keep things stable. And a pretty neat addition that I'm really proud of is this Mark Auto 2-shell, sort of a side saddle carrier. This allows me to do emergency reloads. So if I run the gun dry and the handle's back, I can quickly put a shell in here and finish my stage and discard my shotgun and get out of there without having to spend a lot of time reloading. Now, I've started reloading my shotgun in competition using the load 2 method or the dropping deuces method. These are caddies made by TacCom. I really like them. They fit on my gear belt really easily, and I usually run them right up front, 12 o'clock to about maybe anywhere between 11 and 1 o'clock basically. They do take up a good amount of space on the belt, so they pretty much take up my entire front part of my belt. It's really easy to reload. You just basically reach down, grab 2 shells in this manner, and I reload with my weak hand with the gun upside down. And I can consistently reload 8 shots in about 5 seconds or less. So I really like using this method now. I've recently switched over from the weak hand method of reloading 1 shell at a time. I run these slightly canted over, maybe 30 to 45 degrees. That way when I'm reaching down with my weak hand, I'm coming in at that angle and it feels very natural. Other than that, there's really nothing else on my belt that really goes with my shotgun other than my shotgun shell caddies. But unfortunately, they do take up the most space on your gear belt. So if you're getting into shotgun shooting in 3-gun competition, those are things you need to think about going in. How am I going to reload my shotgun? What kind of shell caddies or carriers do I need to use? What's going to be best for me? And how am I going to get those on my belt? And do I have a gear belt that's stout enough and strong enough to support the weight? Shotgun shells are pretty heavy. They probably weigh as much as anything else on that belt. So all things you need to think about going into it, in addition to having a really good shotgun. Now let's talk about shotguns. I've been a shotgun shooter all my life. I grew up shooting skeet competitively in sporting clays. I always shot Browning shotguns. I still love Browning shotguns. For 3-gun competition, I think there are better options. Right now, Benelli, FNH USA, Remington, and Mossberg are the names in 3-gun competition. So lots of people shooting Benelli M2s and M4s. Lots of people shooting Remington Versamaxes. That's kind of the new kid on the block, and I think probably a contender for the #1 spot in top shotguns that you can pick out for tactical shooting in 3-gun competition. That's the Remington Versamax. FNH makes an SLP Mark I. Really great shotgun. Not to mention they look pretty cool because the receiver is painted blue. There are a lot of those out there. And then, of course, the Mossbergs, which is what I shoot. So I hope these videos help you with your 3-gun setup, your AR-15 rifle, your handgun, and your shotgun. Always remember that you're more than likely going to get what you pay for. So save your pennies and spend your money on really good equipment. You're going to find that helps you perform better in competition, and you're going to have a lot more fun doing it. So once again, this is Mac on behalf of Strong Side Tactical. This is my 3-gun setup, and I hope it helped you out. If you like this series, please click the like button, and as always, subscribe to the channel where you'll get videos like this all the time. Thanks again, this is Mac. Be safe.